Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Streamer Day number 3848. And tonight we're going to do something different, but also the same. Oh man, damn chair. Yeah, so I am looking forward to this. I think I am. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's been a long time. It's been a very long time. I think the last time we did something like this was back in 2022, I think. So I got a little bit of a surprise planned. That's why I started on just chatting today because I didn't want to give it away. Um, hey Fit, how are you doing today? Hopefully you are doing just fine and dandy. So I'm on a bit of a, well, I'm not on anything, am I? So that's not really going to show anything. Uh, let me pull it up again here. There we go. So I am currently on the Minecraft title screen, and I am on Minecraft 1.14.4, which is a bit of an odd version, isn't it? Village and Pillage. What could I possibly be doing that involves Minecraft 1.14.4? Well, I'll tell you. In fact, I will show you. We're going to be playing on a multiplayer server. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to be playing on a multiplayer server. We're going to be using Realms. Nope, can't do that. So that leaves only one button, single player. I've got one save file here. Oh, yes. We are going to be playing a CTM map today. And I don't know why they've enabled the programmer art. Maybe I did that by mistake when I installed my texture packs. Yes, we are going to be playing a Minecraft CTM map. Music and sounds, controls. Yeah, I can turn that up. Don't worry about that. I'll turn it up another level to 4. What was it? I wanted to adjust the mouse sensitivity wherever that is. There it is. Yeah. That's fine. About 60 will do. So, welcome to Nemesis. Winds of Time. A CTM by Nava. Give me that. Rules and objectives. Let's take a read, shall we? Rules. Stay in survival mode. Do not use cheats, hacks, or glitches to your advantage. Well, that's you out already, Fit. Difficulty should be at least easy, never peaceful. Hard is recommended for experienced players, although the map is balanced around normal. Do not leave the boundaries of the map. If you see lots of bedrock or flat land, you're most likely not where you're supposed to be. Do not pick up craft or move ender chests, though you may use existing ones. Survive in any way you can, including crafting, building, and mining. Above all, have fun. These rules represent the way the map is meant to be played and will grant the best experience, but there's nothing stopping you from breaking them besides your conscience. The same goes for sequence breaking, doing areas out of order. You certainly can, but it will break the balance and make the lore more confusing if you do. Objectives. The objective of this map is to collect the 16 colored walls, one at the end of each area. I don't think so. Only if you were playing. Walls have custom names to make them easy to discern. Do not craft wool out of spider string or dye. Got it, got it. I might want these at some point. I'm going to turn the sound up a little bit. Death counter is what that is. That's to start the map. Hall of Heroes down there. What's this? A few special notes about the map. Please read even if you've played CTM maps before, they aren't all the same. Custom items. This map has over 100 unique custom items. Items are differentiated by tiers: uncommon, rare, heroic, and paragon. Uncommon items are fairly weak, and you can expect to see several in each area. Rare items are unique and somewhat more powerful than uncommon. You can find 2 or 3 in each area. Each area has one powerful heroic item marked by purple glass above the chest containing it. Paragon items are the final tier, are the rarest and strongest, and only can be found in each intersection. 5 total in the map. They are marked by orange glass over their chest. That's a teleport there. Hall of Heroes. What have we got in here? Ah, this is the special thanks. I couldn't have made this map without help, the support and feedback of the CTM community. I've been asking an annoying amount of constant questions. Has helped me every step of the way. Do I recognize anybody here? Possibly these two, but nothing springs to mind. Well, that's a great start. Disconnected already. Don't know what happened there, but whatever, I guess. So, before I leave, I'm going to take this glowstone. I'm hoping I might get a sapling. Does it mean destroy the tree? Hold down the left mouse button. There's no wood here. But yes, I'm definitely gonna take this glowstone from here before I leave. Might come in handy. I don't think I can break anything else. I could break those leaves to get saplings, but I don't have any dirt to grow it on, even if I did. Is it worth... I don't have any blocks, so I'd have to dig my way around. This isn't cheating. They said stuff about leaving the map boundaries and that. So possibly I could do something about that. A little bit of lighting to get us started with. It looks like we're going to get about 4 blocks of glowstone, which could come in handy. I'm going to play on normal for this, because I'm not super familiar with the newer ones. Yeah, there is glowstone in the walls, isn't there? I could take that to... I don't think there's anything... all the way up there. Oh, man. I'm hoping I get a sapling from one of these leaves. At the very least, if I ever did find dirt, I would have a sapling then. I don't think you get clay. I don't think, if you punch it. I don't really know. Would, wouldn't it? I have no idea if you'd ever get back here. Does it look like there might be a chest or anything up there? I don't have a zoom mod or anything like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig into the wall and get up there if I want to do that. Well, we already kind of have a little bit of a path started here. Scavenge the area for everything I've got. God, this takes long to break, doesn't it? I've got to watch my hunger bar too, because it will go down with me doing all this, especially all the jumping around. Not quite sure how high up it is. So I've seen nothing of this map, really. Just a couple of pictures that I don't really remember because I pulled it yesterday off the website, the CTM map repository or whatever. It was one of the recommended ones, so... Is the auto jump on? Like, I'm noticing weird things happening here. Where's that at? Controls. It is. That was what was throwing me off. Who knows how long it's going to be before I might get... resources, so... I don't know if these are the kind of leaves that decay or whether they are ones... Yeah, I'll have to go up a bit higher than this, I think. Ones that will just stay. I assume they're ones that will just stay regardless. You know, I've thought about over the years, I was thinking about it again recently as well. Maybe I should try my hand at building a CTM map again. I thought about doing an updated version of the Jungle Terror map, especially now that we've got the expanded world height and things. Maybe I'll do something like that eventually. The problem now is there's so much that's changed with regards to map making. I don't necessarily mean in terms of like the tools and that. I mean, I already kind of use some of that stuff anyway with Axiom and Lightmatica and stuff. I'm getting familiar with that. But, like, in terms of spawner gameplay and all that kind of stuff, what I have thought about is... this is kind of convenient. What I have thought about is, like, doing the design part of the map. Like, building the areas and that. And then handing it off to someone else in the CTM Discord and being like, here's a map, it's already built, it's finished, put some custom stuff in it. You know, if I could convince somebody to take that on, like a ready-made map, all you've got to do is put the mobs and the loot to it. Whether or not that would be something people would be interested in, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff you can do now, and that's going to be interesting here because I've not played a CTM on a version as new as this ever. The most recent version I've played a CTM map on was 1.12. I imagine that the Ocean update and the Village update here has given us lots of new stuff to work with. This is before the Nether update though, so you're not going to be seeing piglins and stuff like that. It is now. It is now. I don't know what year 1.14 was. It was probably about 6-7 years ago. Oh no, not again. Did I hear a wandering trader? I heard a villager. I don't have any emeralds to trade with him, though. There is a wandering trader. I hear a spider, too. What am I looking at here? I'm going to be safe about it. '19. Wow. I mean, by my standards, this is, like, insanely modern, but... Sounds like it's just the other side of this. What can I hear a villager through here? It literally sounds like he's right through here, but I don't know if he's on, like, the roof of the map. I have no way of building up. I don't think I could get anything useful from him, though. A lot of glowstone here. Gonna be tricky to get it all, though, that's the thing. I know I'm kind of messing around with the map boundaries here. So I'm not going to go out of the map boundaries, but... Oh, that'll be why I won't be able to see him, right? Because he'll be invisible, yeah. I'd probably run the risk of getting killed by his llamas, though, if I tried killing him. I have a good, good weapon. A bucket would be huge, though. So I don't know how high up I gotta go here. Okay, that's the top. I hear a spider up here as well. Here's a zombie. Oh yeah, there he is. Not a good idea. That's not a good idea. What I've just done is really not a good idea. Oh my! I've really not made a good choice. That was not a smart choice. Oh, you get sticks from these. Huh. I did not know that. That's useful then, isn't it? I don't see any hidden loot chests or anything up here. I mean, this is just a little starter area, so... A skeleton here would be really bad. We got lucky, it was zombies and a creeper. I mean, a creeper isn't great, but... you know, Still gonna have to take care of him, too. That's why I punched him off, to at least do, Yeah, I don't think I can make a crafting table. There's a sapling. Trying to decide what the best or easiest way forward to deal with this would be if I want to get the rest of this. I guess I'd have to dig my way around. I don't think I'm going to do that. I've got plenty now. You don't get many sticks then. I'm a little bit concerned about the mobs as well, so... Oh yeah, you get like nothing from this. You get, like, absolutely nothing. Might get some rotten flesh, though. Yeah, if I can get them in the water here. I wonder where the creeper went. Do these guys sink in water now, I think? It just occurred to me the enemies might actually have custom drops, so you might not get flesh from these guys. Oh, there he is. Oh, yes, blow up. I could get blocks if you blow up. Oh, never mind, I guess. I don't want to die from him. No, there's rock flesh. New recipes unlocked. A chest? How can I make a chest with rotten flesh? What's that about? Uh-huh. What I will do is I will get the glowstone from down here. I imagine we'll get lighting implements fairly easily. Maybe. This is where I regret my choices. I have to use it rather sparingly. What I'll probably try and do is I'll try and use my, or the glowstone we have as like a trail. Be really interested if this map maker ever sees this. Watches me pillage the starting area. I'm very thorough, I'll say that. I am a very thorough player. I like to take advantage of whatever it is I have. Yeah, like I say, you know, if we had a crafting table, we could start fishing and get food that way. Because I could lure spiders into the starting area from the top. But yeah, no planks. That's part of the reason why I wanted to get a sapling was, who knows how long it might be before I get one. And renewable wood is a very nice thing to have. I don't think we'll ever be coming back here, so I don't think it'll matter about it being dark. It might even help a little with drawing mob spawns off, possibly. I'm not going to get my hopes up with that, but, you know, it might be something. We may do a little bit of base building, we may not, we'll see. We'll see how long this map is for a start. But I thought this would be fun and a little bit different to try. Haven't done one in a while, and it's fun to do them from time to time, so... And you. Of course it would. Fall all the way to the back. I've noticed, though, my hunger hasn't gone down. I've been trying not to sprint, but... We've got one more. So we're going to have close to a stack of glowstone from this. Which is pretty good, actually. That'll give us 16 blocks of light to work with. And then, hopefully, using that... Yeah, 63. And there's one more over there, so I'll have just a little bit more than a stack. Yeah. Some of my oldest series on YouTube are CTM maps. So this is like a little bit of a throwback for me. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to pre-craft these. So we've got them all ready to go. We'll put them there. Sticks. Got a sign to fight with. I don't think there's anything else to this. I didn't see any special chests or anything. I could, you know, try and strip all the leaves out of here. I'm not going to do that for right now. I'm just going to start the map, I think. White Wool Area, Leaf Shroud Canyon. Oh yeah, we're not going to be running short of leaves then. Charm of Vitality behind us. Mending. When in offhand, extra health. Okay, that's probably going to use up our food bar, though. I'll take the chest. In fact, I'm going to put some of this stuff away in this chest because this seems like it'd be a safe area. Got a little bit of food. Not very good food, but a little bit. Coal, andesite, wood. There's a zombie up there. Not trapped. Bamboo sword. A lore book. An axe. Leaves. And a few torches. Okay. I don't see any dirt, interestingly. Probably by design. There's all these leaves, but no dirt to place it on. That's coarse dirt in there. I think you can grow trees on coarse dirt. I think that is a thing you could do. There is this pillar here that we could potentially, and that pillar there we could take out for more wood if we need it. But I think now this will be enough to get us started with. Because now we can make tools. I'm going to guess that that's probably slabs, but I'll give it a go. First thing we need is a crafting bench. That's a must. Then I'm going to need to make... I need a pick, don't I? Really? I need a pick. A wood pickaxe. I'm guessing this is going to be slabs. Yeah, it is. It's always slabs. That's stairs. What about this? Yeah, that's slabs as well. There's a little bit of coal here. Oh boy, okay. Out. Wow, that's terrible. I'm just gonna break it. I have no reason to keep zombies around, really. And there's a little room there with more spawners. Okay. I'm gonna eat the rotten flesh first. Welcome, traveler. I understand if you're confused. How could you not be in a land such as this? Welcome to Miriel, a realm of unparalleled chaos. Long ago, this world was forged by 5 great entities known as the Shapers. Vask, the Great Balance, Attenbar, the Chaos, Aralas, Lady of Light, Sorashan, Bringer of Order, Octacan, the Darkest One. The 5 of them were locked in an endless cosmic battle when their energies merged together. A creative engine of unparalleled power was created that day, giving rise to strange lands, realms with no rhyme or reason to anything. This realm, Miriel, is the first created and perhaps the most chaotic, with alarming contrasts and unbelievable shapes throughout, nearly all hostile, deadly to the unprepared traveler. However, it will soon be unrecognizable. In 200 years, a band of nomads will purge it of curses and vicious creatures and create a utopian civilization for all people, and then it will be destroyed. A group called the Cinderfang cult will sweep over the land like a plague, razing everything and burning every bit of humanity to the ground. A wizard of great power will try and stand against them, but she will fail and enter exile. That's where you come in. The wizard needs more power to make her stand 300 years from now, and no greater source of power exists than 16 cores, simple fabric imbued with wild magic that an archwizard can draw upon. You must find these, collect them, and bring them to an altar not far from here. Don't worry, there's no cause to hurry. You have hundreds of years. Serana. Okay. It's a bit more lore than the average CTM map I play. That's okay. It's always nice to have a little bit of variety. Let the hunger run out before I do anything. Yeah, I'm trying to use up the zombie flesh first because it's kind of the weak food. I'd rather use my bread when I'm actually in combat. Does this have mending on it? It does not. So that will eventually just break. And it must have custom durability to it. Alright, this... I'm going to take that. Anything we don't need right now. Books, item frames. I'm going to keep the ladders, signs, an extra chest. I'm going to take some wood, but not much. Leave some of the food. And we'll leave half of that too. So, I've got like a resupply in case I die. Little bit of coal here. Not much, but some. Well, that's nice. A little bit of light. Threaded throughout. I am going to get some of this andesite too. Because building blocks are really, really valuable. Unless they're slabs too. Hello. Can't block. This is after the combat update. Man, this weapon is really not that good, is it? Oh, a carrot! Excellent. That's a nice find. I'm going to pop down into the water there and get some dirt as well, so I can get a tree growing in here. So we can start and renew wood. We do not have any stone to make a furnace yet, so we can't infinitely produce light. Nor do we have any bones to bone meal trees. But I'm probably going to get about 32 blocks or so. That'll probably do. Probably going to need to make another pick. Might make 2, just so that I've got plenty. I don't really like building with slabs. I don't think you can make that into anything. No. Perfect. I want to get too close to that just at the moment because I don't know what it spawns yet. I'll save that. I can build a hoe, so I can make regular dirt if I want to. Is there a ladder down here? No. Okay. What I'm going to do then... What is that? It's a skeleton. What's it called? A leaf walker. It does drop bones. That spider's in there. I'm going to get rid of it because it's not safe really to have that around. Spiders might be handy. Now I've got a crafting table. I could fish because we've got water. There's nothing stopping me from being able to fish if I want food. So I might keep that around. This I'm not too bothered about because I think that they might spawn in the water underneath there. I kind of want to go down there. So, but we'll leave that intact because that could come in handy. I can make a fishing rod now. I'm going to reclaim this. And yeah, I'm going to make my way down here if I can. There's yeah, that should be fine. I can swim up. I mean, if I need lighting, it's glowstone here. Actually, let's make a shovel. Make it faster. Even though we are underwater, a shovel will still make it faster. So I'll make a wooden shovel. I don't need a lot of dirt. I just need a little bit of it. Oh yeah, much faster. Four will do for now. Can always go get more. So, I think if I plant that there, here, let's do that. I think that'll grow if I give it light. So let's do that. I don't know if that might be in the way there. 'Cause I think it needs, like, so much space around it, doesn't it? I think. We do have water. And I know I'm being probably a bit more thorough than I really need to be right now, but I'm trying to be careful. I can't cook the fish at the moment, so that's obviously going to be a bit of a challenge, but I think we can get around it still. Okay. Oh, anything hidden under here? That doesn't look like it. I want it to be hydrated. What I'm going to do... Get that one back. I'm going to plant the carrot. I'm going to make a hoe and plant it. That way... Slowly... I also have that. Yeah, if I do this, and then I do that, we're good to go. So I assume I can craft that in a bone meal. Ah, no luck. It's alright. Definitely going to want to make another pick. My planks, so I don't have any more. Okay. I'm going to make 2 picks. So I've got plenty to go at. Because it might be a minute before I can get back here again. We'll leave half of that behind, half of this behind. That we don't need. We'll leave some wood behind as well. Okay. I'm not going to worry about trying to light everything, because I think that's going to, you know, it's going to be impractical to do that. We should be careful around here of traps. Creepers is what that is. Lots of free wood in here. That was a lag spike, if I've ever seen one. Don't really want to keep creepers around, I don't think. So I'm going to get rid of that. Maybe later, if I find a bunch of them and I want to use TNT for something. Nothing can spawn on these steps, so I'm not going to worry about that. That is spiders again. We already have a spider spawner, so I'm not going to keep that around. Spooky cave noise. Not trapped. Torches. Leather. A slightly better pick. Building blocks. More bread. I'll leave that stuff where it is for now, as a sort of resupply chest. Oop, oop. Okay. Arrows. The usual kind of skeleton stuff. Don't really need that. Maybe this already spawned something in. More coal. Lots more coal, actually. That is... spiders again? All the cobble in this area is slabs. Yeah, I'd already got that. Leather chest piece is nice. 1 block of cobble. I'm doing okay at the moment on supplies. I don't think that zombie can get to us, so I'm not too worried about him right now. Okay, that's not good. I'm gonna drag these guys back here. I am trying to make some forward progress before this sword breaks. I don't want to be wasting it on scrubs, you know. I should really be trying to crit to get that little bit of extra damage. It might be worth carrying around a wooden axe. What is this? The leaf guys and a creeper. I don't think he can get to us still. More wood. Alright with that. Oh, hello. He drops the leaf sometimes. That is leaf guys again. Let's get rid of that. Charcoal blade, fire aspect, a bow. I didn't even think about that. Actually, now we've got string. Yeah, we can make a bow. And we have quite a few arrows, actually. I'll take a little bit more of the bread, just to keep us topped off here. I'm going to eat one. I'll come back through and pick up loot chests at the end of the area. You know how I usually do. I'll kind of comb through an area when I've sort of got it mastered and there's not really spawners around and that kind of thing. I need to get a torch on that. Oh, hello. From behind. Now, we are playing on normal mode. So, another carrot. I don't think these guys should be able to get to me. Possibly up there. They might have been able to path around, so I'm going to just do that for now. Let's get rid of this. There's one up ahead. Oops. That is creepers again. One more should do it. Yep. Get rid of this. This is also the first full-size CTM map I've played in a long time. The last one I did was a mini one. This has actually got the full 16 walls in it. I don't know if it has bonus objectives and things like that. I'm not sure. Champion's Altar, White Wall. Granite. Champion's Altar. That's probably where the monument is. Right? That's probably what that is. Get out of here. So it looks like the monument might not actually be safe. Okay, we got rid of that. Before I go messing with the wall then... Oh, there goes the pick. There it goes. On to the next one. Let's continue to explore this way. Actually, yeah, there's a bit of coal here. I'm just going to get a bit more torch action going on. Here we go. Here's a skeleton around somewhere. I think it's around here, though. What are you? Oh, you're different. You have a sword. You're a zombie with a stone sword and a shield. I wonder if you'll drop it. You also have an awful lot of health. Jeez. How much health you got? Okay, there we go. I don't know if it's worth keeping those guys around. A shield might be useful. Well, I know it will be useful. I don't particularly like using it. I'll probably try and keep these around for now. I don't know if it's always nighttime or if it just so happens to be nighttime. I didn't really pay much attention to it in the starting area. You know, I'm going to save my torches for now. Let's take a look around here. Grass. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at this. Uh-huh. Oak wood. Leaves. There's a skeleton there in gold armor, just chilling with his bow. That's the vanilla guy. Should be careful around here. Although if it is the monument area, it should be safe, but I'm not taking that for granted that it's safe. What biome is it? Mushroom fields. So yeah, nothing will spawn here. It's mushroom biome. I thought it might be void. Nothing can spawn in void either. Yeah, so we are completely safe here, apart from anything that comes via a mob spawner. There's wheat down there. We should check this river and stuff for like little loot chests and things too. This is an area that probably has something valuable hidden in it. And didn't the book say that each area has like a legendary item or something? So we'll probably want to check that out too. I mean, it could be anywhere in here. There's a sheep there. I haven't seen like any other animals though. I've only seen sheep. I've not seen a cow or chicken, anything that I could or would want to really farm. Though we could get mutton from sheep, so if I could find another one, that might be worthwhile. I don't know how good mutton is. I imagine it's better than bread. So, there is that. So yeah, we've got a little wheat farm there. There's a bed. Villagers, it looks like. Set up over there. I think they're villagers. That probably leads to intersection 1 if I was gonna guess. Oh, there's a pig here. I haven't... Oh yeah, there is multiple pigs. Look at that. There's all the glowstone I could ever want in this area too. I heard a cow. I don't see a cow though. I definitely heard a cow. There must be like a hidden area or something. There definitely is. Down here. It's quieter now. Oh, there you are. Okay. He's trapped at the moment, which is fine by me. Only the one cow, though. Furnaces, brewing stands. So how do I get in this place? That wheat farm's definitely going to move from down there, I can tell you that. It seems like our best option at the moment is if I could corral up some pigs. That'll probably be ideal. That's the best food source I think I can get at the moment. I don't think we could get a cow farm going, because I don't think I've seen a second cow yet. Ooh, red thing here. Sign of the times is what this says. Nice. So I've got a knockback sign. That could actually be useful. Any areas with cliffs, it's handy. Not just that, it's useful against creepers, even though it doesn't do a lot of damage. So this must be our little storage room. Everything empty. And then up here we've got... these guys are mainly for multiplayer or if you want to mob farm. Vidya the coal miner, so you can trade flesh and gold ingots for coal. Flesh for fish, bone string for fish, and then emeralds for armor. Not bad. Mixtape station. So we got absolutely everything we would want in here. What is in here? Champion's altar, information and lore. We'll read those in a second. So clearly no spawners here. They won't put anything around the monument, I'm sure of that. Furnaces is nice. Brewing stand. Yeah, no blaze powder though to make anything with. That's a pity. So these are teleports. Man, is it dark in here. I'm gonna have to put some glowstone down or something. Here. Let's do something about this. That's better. Intersection 1, Ender's chest storage, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is the little monument area here. That's a bit better. I'm going to see what's going on. No, it is permanently nighttime. There's never going to be day. At least not here, anyway. We've got a bed there. That's useful too. Smoothstone blocks, I guess. Yeah, and that goes on to intersection 1. I know, yeah, look at all this. I'm not going to be short of lighting anymore. Though I can make torches now. I'm kind of wondering if there might be something up there worth looking at. I might build a mob farm, possibly. Because I do think there is a benefit to it, especially with those villagers being there. But the sort of downside to doing that right now is I don't really have the tools to do it. I would want to get some better tools, preferably. We're going to take a little peek at intersection 1 as well in a second. This isn't... This is a very nice... It's a very nice base, I guess. It's not my usual style. I might do something a little bit different than what they've got set up for you. But thank you for the base. I appreciate it. Let's take a look up here. I bet there's something hidden up here. It looked like there was. No, actually, it doesn't look like it. So I do know there's supposed to be a rare item somewhere here, I think. Wasn't it like with purple glass above it or something? A heroic item or whatever it was. Something like that. Let's continue to take a look around anyway. We're going to need to put some infrastructure in here too. Like, I don't have space for like a tree farm, which would be nice. So we're going to want to do something like that. I'll have to get some dirt together and get a bit of a tree farm going. Granite. Alright, what's up here? Anything? I'm gonna climb this too. So, did I just see a chest? No, I don't think so. It's going to be hard to spot any chests because of the color of the walls here. It's all going to blend in, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to want to get some saplings. I don't really see anything here, though, of any major use. Other than, you know, the glowstone and the oak leaves for the saplings. But we will want to put some infrastructure in here for sure. I'm going to want to set up a tree farm. That wheat farm is going to move. I'm going to tear up the stuff for that and move it closer to the base. It's funny, this area is not very flat, so it's quite difficult to kind of envision how I'm going to put stuff together here in a way that's going to work for me. But what we may be able to do is I might be able to flatten out some of this spot, for example, maybe over there. Start getting some trees grown. Furnaces can move a little bit and stuff like that. Let's take a look at this down here. The little wheat farm that we've got. What does it say? You should be able to survive without farming, but it's here if you need it. Stone hoe. Okay. I don't know how much time I want to spend on building a big fancy base here, because I don't know how long I'm going to be playing in this particular world, so I'm a little bit unsure. But we'll definitely get some basic infrastructure going. That's not a bad flat spot right there. I kind of want to connect a path from this to there, so I don't have to walk around quite so much. Maybe I'll open this up and do something with it at some point. Okay, I'm just going to take a little peek at whatever this is. I'm not going to go too crazy right now, because we haven't finished the previous area yet. Teleport to the altar, okay. It's section 1, Champions Crossroads. Orange, Burning Blast Caverns. Very dark is what I'm getting from that. The Sapphire Pools. There's birch in there, and ferns and shrubs and things. Executioner's Downfall. Light blue, that probably leads to the next one too. Oh yeah, it's very dark in here. Bane of Arthropods. Oh, I thought that was a trap at first. Okay, so dark, spooky cave with magma blocks. That's what's in there. I'm not going to wander into the areas too much, especially if this spawner's right by the door. I'm not really well equipped for that right now. Okay, he's gone, that's fine. I just wanted to get like a little feel for it, and if there's anything really useful available immediately, then I would snag it. Guardians. Okay, there's Guardians in there. Endstone, sandstone, birch in there. Okay, and what do we got here? Another chest. I see a spawner down the way there. Prison. So that's probably going to be like a monster spawner filled area. Lovely. Nothing in the ender chest for me. No surprises, which is a pity. Yeah, I didn't see any stone actually in any of those areas either, which is something I was hoping for. Like, just right out of the gate, there would be some stone. But I guess we're going to be on wood tools a while longer. I imagine all of this is still going to be all slabs, isn't it? I'm going to guess here. That's silverfish, I think. No, it's not. It is all slabs. Darn it. Darn it, man. The one cow is useful for milk. Yeah, the one cow is useful for milk, but outside of all that, it's not particularly useful for anything else. So, what do we need? We need probably to get some of those pigs corralled into an area. It's not a mushroom either, so I can't get mushroom stew from it. Haven't even seen any mushrooms to this point. Out. Oops. So, I'm going to take this hoe. I'm going to break this. I don't think you have to sneak on it anymore. There we go. So let's start and think about setting up some stuff around here. That is something I didn't think about, actually. I don't have any way of moving water right now. So I have to use that down there. For the moment, I have to use that. Until I can get a bucket from somewhere to move the water. I mean, I could build a farm somewhere else, but it's not going to be hydrated. So... where do I get all these seeds from? We'll plant that. Sheep. I don't know if sheep are going to be too handy for me at the moment either, other than the mutton, I guess. Okay, let's read these now. So this is the info. Welcome to the Champion's Altar. This is the monument on which you will place the wall, as well as a home base to be used throughout your journey. A few things to keep in mind. Teleports will not work unless you unlock them from the other side. You will then be able to teleport freely. The wall should be placed in the spot where the corresponding colored glass is now. Feel free to do what you want with this place. Make a base, set up enchanting as you like. No one's watching you. Hopefully. Good luck. That's kind of mean. Someone is watching me. What is it? The place where the future wizard makes her final stand. This is where you must bring the cause. If you don't have the first one, you should go get it. If you do, then place it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Serana, a talented mage from hundreds of years in the future. As I write this, I exist in a hopeless future that may soon have hope. That hope is you. You must become my champion and the champion of Miriel. I've left these notes for you scattered across the realm by traveling back in time. It's not that I don't trust you to find your own way, but I must explain the gravity of your quest. Good luck, champion. You may well need it. Okay. Give me that back. Let's see. What else we got here? I mean, there's every record in here. This one's usually pretty good. Yeah. Set the spawn point. So all of these are definitely empty, aren't they? Yep. Nothing to it right now. Well. Ooh, an Enderman. I don't think I want to take him on right now. There's several. Look at that. I was thinking about taking him on to get his balls, but you know, because they could be handy in a pinch. I don't know if that's a good idea. I see you. I didn't get anything. Here, let's save that now. Just the one. Yep, just the one ender pearl. But that's better than nothing. That's better than nothing at all. I'm sure we'll get more eventually. So... what's going on around here? You're a baby zombie. Oh. Oh, there's the baby one. Oh, they're fast still. They changed that in one of the patches. I don't remember which one it was, but they did change it. Oh, there's another one. And my axe broke. Damn it. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Okay, how can I get rid of you? I could use arrows. Why is there more? Oh, I've got a big guy coming now. We can use this charcoal blade. Oh, great. Why? I'll let the fire damage do its work. Good. Okay. Just doing a little bit of trolling there with the one block of cobblestone. Okay. I do have some more torches again now. Come to my andesite. There it is. So there's like a little room there that zombies were spilling out of. We need to see if we can do something about that. I wanted to get rid of him kind of quick. No reason to keep zombies around. Not trapped. Ooh, lucky coal drill. That's a fortune pick. Another cobble in there. Some leather, so... there was a spawner over here. It's those guys again. Got it. Good. No reason to keep spiders around, really. Plenty of wood. Man, this area keeps going. There's the wall right there. Along those bridges. What is that? That is creepers. That's a skeleton right there. Oop. Oh! Okay, well that's one way of dealing with that. Good. Okay. More arrows. I could do with a way of farming arrows. What was that just spawned? It fell down there, whatever it was. Creeper. Oh. No. I think that was just a natural spawn. Up there. There's something down there. Oh, I see a special chest down there. That is those leaf guys. Cool. More leaf guys again. You know what? I'm gonna keep this one alive. Just in case we want to farm arrows. Bread, arrows. It's useful stuff. I've only got one more torch. Which is gonna complicate things. Ow! Ow! There we go. You can place torches on leaves? How long have you been able to do that? I don't know what that is. I'm out of torches now, so I've got to make more. I'm going to probably go back a step before approaching there. I just need a bit more coal. I've seen some in the walls. Yeah, here's some. Really gonna need to get that tree farm going. Yeah, we are really gonna need to get that tree farm going to get some charcoal made. Otherwise, it's gonna be quite slow. Quite slow going. So I think that's going to be my first priority. I'm probably going to do oaks. I mean, of the saplings we have available, it's oak or jungle. Jungle, though, if I could get enough of those, I could do 2x2 trees. So that might actually be better. Just get more wood out of it than oaks. Yeah, I didn't think of that. We should do jungle. You get vines, too, I think. Not that that's very useful. Yeah, so we need to get enough jungle saplings out of this area that we can start and make 2x2 jungle trees, and then we can start and cut those down, and then with that our wood problems and our charcoal problems are basically solved from there on in. I mean, I have enough bones as well, and I could easily come here and farm bones that I probably don't even need to do a big tree farm or anything, or have them like passively growing for how often I'm going to need it. I'm not building a big base right now. I'm going to get rid of this too. It's more of those guardian guys again. And that looks to be it. That looks to be the path secured. I'm going to swap this out now for that. So there is a chest down there. Another baby zombie. Like a special chest of some kind. Is it soul sand in there? No, of course dirt. It's the clouds. That's what's making it look odd. The clouds are there. Okay. Yeah, I'll go through here and collect all the loot up soon. All these useful things. So I do wonder what that is. This little special loot chest. So I'm going to open this up. Let's make a beachhead over here if we can. Have light. You. Can this baby zombie get to me? No, I don't think so. Not going to knock me down there. That's the main thing. So it looks like that's a spider. I can't really tell what type of spider it is, though. We did get a Bane of Arthropods weapon a while back. Zombies can be absolutely relentless, so we should be careful about that. It might be a cave spider spawner. No, it's regular ones. Oh, and there's like those guardian guys there too. Okay. The spider I'm not too worried about, but that guardian guy... he takes a lot of damage. Oh my gosh. You just take an awful lot of damage with these wooden tools. Probably wouldn't be so bad with a... Is there another spider here? It's gone now, wherever it is. Oh, no, he's not gone. He's right there. Let's get rid of that one first, because the spiders are way easier to deal with. There we go. There's a skeleton over there. I do see that skeleton. I'm not too worried about him right now. I'll take him out with a... There we go. Ah, this is the purple item. Novice's Runeblade. Smite 1 and Breaking 3, Knockback 2, Fire Aspect 2. Excellent. I don't see anything else down there, so that's fine, I guess. Take the chest. And I'll swim. Don't do that too often in the game. Collect those bones and arrows as well, so... Okay, so I think that's everything. Maybe the monument doesn't have a special item. See that? I'm curious about that. There's like a little hole there. Ooh, boy. That's not good. That's fine. I'm not even going to do any damage. You see this? There's like a hole there. Kind of curious what that is. It might not be anything, but it did look interesting to me. Anything under here? Nope. So it wasn't anything. It just looked like it was. That's alright, I guess. We should sail the... Sail. I mean, I could make a boat, but I'm not going to. We should just take the length of this in, though, and just see if there's anything hidden under the water or under any of these bridges here. A zombie that's stuck on the seafloor. That hasn't grown yet. It's a pity. My sapling didn't grow either. Ow! Dang, guy. You got some serious aim. Okay. I'm kind of full on stuff right now. It's gonna make moving a lot of this pretty difficult. I haven't opened the wool box yet. I'm gonna try and stack things I've already got. What was that noise? Oh, okay. I was thinking they drop copper, but I don't think that's in this version. I don't think. Okay. I'm not going to carry everything with me right now. I'll come back for that stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take another walk through the area now. And I'm going to pick up any loot that I can carry. Anything that stacks with what I've already got. And then we'll do a final sweep after that. So leaves, bread. I'll come back for that. Coal will come back for as well. Not that it's going to be super necessary. That I'll come back for. I do want to start breaking some of these as well. See if we can get more. We need 4 saplings to grow 2 by 2, and then hopefully off of the back of that we'll get enough to make a profit. I know jungle leaves can sometimes, and jungle trees can be a bit difficult sometimes to generate a profit off of. But hopefully we can get some. Here's one, I think. Yeah. I don't doubt, by the way, the reason that these leaves are here is to reduce the spawning spaces, so we are making the area slightly more difficult than necessary by doing this, but it's okay. We'll just run into the odd vanilla mob, I think. All the spawners more or less are gone now. Food-wise, carrots, which we could feed to pigs, would probably be the best way to go. So I think we're going to do that, food-wise. Whoa! Damn, I'm lucky I didn't die. I got cornered by the 2 of them. Just came out of nowhere, man. Even now, I've got to be on my toes. It's not like it's dangerous or anything to really... I mean, it is a bit, but... You know, the area has been cleared, but, yeah, there's still spawnable spaces, so I've got to watch out for that. Yeah, if we can get a supply of pork chops going, probably have to do fences, because obviously no cobble to make walls. But yeah, if we could get them corralled in, feed them some carrots, get some pork chops going, that'd be nice for food, at least for right now. Man, they are stingy with the saplings, aren't they? Goodness me. This is what concerns me about doing jungle trees, is how many leaves I'm having to break here in order to get saplings. I think the best tend to be like dark oak and obviously the spruce. You always get a profit out of the spruce. But haven't got those at the moment. Bread, leather again. rest of that stuff for now. I think I can repair these now to get, yeah, a bit better wood pick. Really maximize that durability. Not that it matters, I'm just thinking about inventory space more than anything at this point. So I'll come back for that wool later. More bread, more of those special blocks, more bread. More special blocks, more bread, leather. So what's been going on with you today, Fit? What progress have you been making? How's the leagues been going? Okay. I do know there's a little bit of an area around here where mobs can spawn, so I've been fishing. I'm gonna put a few torches around this, just to try and kill off any of the mob spawns. I know we got Enderman there before, but I prefer the peace and serenity over the mobs. Okay. How many bones do I have? 13? That's not bad. Might be able to get a few trees out of that. I'm not going to waste time bone mealing carrots at the moment. We'll just have to let those grow naturally. So we do have a little storage room here, which I'm going to take advantage of. So tools, like weapons and that, I'm going to drop in here. Tools in there. Stone-related items can go in here. Wood-related stuff can go in there. Dirt and gravel. Mob drops of various kinds. Food. Things that could make food. These are wooden-related things. Okay, let's grab these then, and this. And I'm also going to want some of this. We will do... Oops. That, and I'm going to make... Definitely more than one. I'm probably going to make like 3 if I'm going to tear down a jungle tree. I'm going to need quite a few. Now, jungle trees need a lot of space to grow. Jungle trees need a lot of space to grow, so I'm kind of thinking about where I want to put that at the moment, and I'm actually thinking for right now to make it easier, because I've obviously got all of these oak trees and that in the way here. I'm going to go up here. Got a nice big flat spot right around here. There should be plenty of room if I plant a tree. Sort of right around here. Should be plenty of room for it. I ought to get some more glowstone for this. And I'm going to convert all of these. Oh yes, look at the size of that thing. Now we're cooking. I just hope that we don't lose saplings over the edge. That's the real worry I've got here. Man, this is slow. Darn wooden tools. Yes. I don't ever really use jungle wood that much. What's my brightness setting on? 25? Yeah. We might want to turn that up a little bit to like plus 50, just so that you can see a little better. That didn't really make any difference, did it? Didn't really make any difference. I set it to like 25 because of like atmosphere in Minecraft builds and that, but this is a CTM map, not a... It's not building with Fred here, so... Wow, this thing is huge. Just what we need, though. So yeah, I'm probably going to spend a bit of time cutting a few of these down. Yesterday, as you probably know, it was a short stream. After I finished streaming, I spent a long time in Minecraft in Superflat working on trees. That's what I've been spending a lot of time on. Trying to get designs together for the custom trees for the custom forest. That's what I decided to spend time on. I just spent a lot of time on that. Did work on the stream a day log a bit too. But yeah, mostly was working on trees. I want to try and get all of my trees sorted out, all of the schematics made, so that we can get right in there and, you know, get that custom forest finished, is the plan. So now, let's start tearing this down. Got these like little growths on the side here. I want to get rid of this a little bit. Why can't it be daytime, man? It's so dark. How am I doing on saplings? I got 2 at the moment. How much wood have I gotten out of this too? Nearly a stack.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about stuff falling there. 6 saplings. We started with 5, so we've made a profit. I'm going to let all of these leaves decay before I plant another tree, because I really want to try and maximize the amount of saplings we get for right now. There's another one. Good. 53. Oh, a stack of 53. Even better. 8. Did I leave a log in that? Because it's not really decaying, is it? You know what? I think I might have. Oh yeah, I did. Darn it. Gonna break that. There we go. We might be lucky and get another one out of it. Possibly, but I think probably 8 is what we're gonna get. Oh look, more saplings, a lot more saplings on the ground. Excellent, excellent. Look at all those saplings. Oh yes. So we are in business now. We got 13 out of that. Excellent. So, those furnaces I think are on the other side, aren't they? I don't know why they are, but it's okay, I guess. Oh, I was expecting it to be like modded where you can get just like a stack of planks. I don't know if this is going to be enough to cook this. We'll find out. I'm not sure on the math, but I don't think it's going to be enough. But it'll be enough to get us started anyway. That's the main thing. Couple more leaves still to decay before I grow another tree, another sapling. It'd be really awesome if I could get up to 16. That wouldn't be bad going. I'm going to craft some more axes, because I'm going to do another tree here in a second. Ah, yes, I could do that. Alright, 3 axes. Yeah, another sapling. Good, 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 good. 15. Yeah, it's a good profit. See how these are doing here. It's getting there. Any last lingering saplings for Fret here to make it 16? I don't think so. Let's put some music on while we do our grinding here. Getting our things together. What have we not heard? Cats, chirp, blocks, ward. You know what? I think it's actually going to do it. I think it's going to do all of these. It's awesome. Just what I was hoping for. So I want to take my time here. I'm in no real rush to make these things happen. 1 leaf. I'm not gonna worry about one leaf, I guess. Yeah, I'm in no real rush to just progress. I want to make sure I've got my supplies properly in order. I wish there was a second cow here, because then we could farm leather and steak. In fact, there's only the one cow though, and no chickens, is kind of a bummer. But we haven't run into any gravel, so we can't really farm arrows that way anyway from chickens. It's alright. Yeah, second cow would have been awesome. Once we've done this, I'm going to go back to that starting area again, and we will clear out all the remaining loot from it. Snag everything that we need to, and then, you know, we can go from there, really. Oops, dang it, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, gotta strip one now. Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm not struggling for wood, and I'm not struggling for charcoal. I want to be able to make most gratuitous use of torches. Wood is handy for crafting. I'm going to need a lot of wooden picks for building blocks. Let's stock up on those as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with being thorough. I may corral some sheep, because we've got all that wheat, and get some of them breeding up just for the mutton. So we don't have a lot of carrots right now. So I'm thinking about that, possibly. I like the idea of using those villagers as well. But it looks like some of the trades you need gold ingots for. So, I'm sure I'm going to be able to do a lot with that. My wheat and that is growing very slowly down there. Probably because it doesn't have enough light. Good, good, good. Okay. So another good stack of logs there. Looks like I missed a log here again. Let's hope we can get a profit on saplings again. We were up to 15 before. So I want to get past 15 if we can. It was a long time ago I messed around with jungle sapling drop rates. They may have increased them a little bit since then. Not recently, but in one of the intervening patches they might have adjusted it. So you get a few more than you used to. Possibly. Again, I'm not sure. So we're up to 15 right now, and we've got all those leaves still to decay. So we're in business, I think, in that regard. While they decay, let's come over here and do a bit more with the smelting. So we have a stack of charcoal now. Good. I'm going to make another stack of charcoal. Out of this. And then hopefully we'll be able to move forward. So we did make a profit on saplings again, which is good. Very good. Not going to have a tool problem anymore. Or a lighting problem, hopefully. I'm probably going to cut one more tree down for right now. And that will probably do us for a while. Hopefully, anyway. That'll probably do us for a while. What were these trades again? So you need emeralds for that. So you need to trade whatever the item is and a gold ingot to get coal here. You can trade cooked fish for mob drops here. Or you can trade mob drops for cooked fish is what I mean. I wonder if they unlock more trades if you trade a lot with them. I don't really know as... That's a terrible trade, now I look at it. This guy, like, having to trade a gold ingot. The only way I can see that being remotely useful is if you get, like, an area with a lot of gold in it at some point. Yeah, I need to get some light down there, I think, on those. $17 saplings, so I gained 2 on this. There's a couple of leaves left to decay yet, so I'll let them decay. So looking at what I need to move forward, as a survivalist, I've got wood, I can farm food, albeit slowly. Arrows are something I'm going to want more of, so we're probably going to want to build some sort of farm or something for bones. Now we do have a skeleton spawner that we could do things with, but it would take a long time right now to dig a pit, and then I'd have to AFK at it. You know, it's not very efficient, basically. It's just one skeleton spawner. I don't even have a looting weapon. It's not like I have any kind of... I mean, I could use wooden swords on them, I guess. Now, I wouldn't necessarily need to do a drop pit. I could do wooden swords. But the thing is, I don't have any water or any way of moving the mobs around beyond them looking at me. So, I mean, I could do something like that. But with skeletons, that's kind of risky because you could get shot. And then I'm using my food up and so on. It's not very convenient. That was a sapling, I think. 17. Maybe it wasn't, maybe it was 6. Okay, they're all gone. That's kind of a little short, stubby one. It's alright. So, what we may want to do for right now is hold off on that, because we might find either a better spawner, or we might find some sort of unbreakable weapon somewhere, or a better tiered weapon, even a stone sword. A stone axe would be even better. Would it, though, I guess? Would a stone axe be better? Probably not, because you'd lose the sweeping edge. And we need a way of moving mobs, which is something we don't have right now. We don't have pistons, we don't have movable water, we don't have... other than, like, player, I guess, using a player. I can't make a snow golem or anything. Not that a skeleton will go towards them anyway, I don't think. So... Wow, this is the top of the tree already. Yeah, not a very big one this time. I'm not sure if we're going to get a profit of saplings on that. I'll have to see. But yeah, food is the other thing I want to address, or at least attempt to address. We've got no mushrooms right now. Our food options consist of food we find out of loot chests. Bread that we can get from wheat, and carrots that we can grow very, very slowly. So I really need to get some animals. Bread. Good. So that's more charcoal available to us. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for these saplings to decay. And I'm going to figure out what it is I need to do next. Go back to the starter area, I guess. And collect up all the missing loot. And we can get the wool as well. We haven't done that yet. Collect some blocks. And we can do that before I leave. That first area was pretty fun. Nothing too challenging, really. Just kind of vanilla mobs and very, very simple custom ones. Nothing to be too afraid of. But again, it is just the starter area. I'm sure that the challenges are going to rapidly increase. One of the upcoming areas here has guardians in it, for example. So that's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Sticks. Okay. I'm gonna pop most of this away. Do we have a thing for plants? I don't think so. Yeah, I am going to try and avoid AFKing excessively, if I can avoid it, but come on, man. Decay already. Slow guys. But we're never going to run out of wood. I mean, I can always do oak trees if we really need to. The reason I prefer these jungle ones is just get more out of it, like I say. Oh, put a bit of cat on, I guess. Yeah, for the apples you can get from it. That may come in handy for golden apples later, if we find an area with a lot of gold in it. I picked this map because in the description It said it was a little bit of a throwback to classic style CTMs with the intersections and all that, and that kind of appealed to me. I didn't want anything too fancy. I've noticed a lot of these new CTMs, I was reading through stuff on the website a little bit, they all have like these custom items, or you need mods to run them and stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't really want to get into all of this magic spells and everything. You know, it's like having to learn a whole new game almost. I just wanted something that'd be a fun jaunt through Minecraft, kind of. I feel like in some ways the stuff's got too complicated. I just like something classic. I don't know. Maybe one day. I'd have to be kind of in the mood for it, I think. All these fancy custom items and all that, and shooting magic spells and that. All these custom items and mobs and stuff. I just wanted something simple. Something fun. And, well, I'm not saying those wouldn't be fun, it's just it's an acquired taste. That's a CTM mod pack, isn't it, I think? And I think I looked at that once before, years ago, and you're in like a tiny room somewhere, or something like that. It didn't look very fun when I tried it ages ago. I mean, we are talking like it was pre-streamer day I looked at that. It didn't look very fun then, to me. Maybe I didn't give it a fair chance, I don't know. I just seem to remember being in like this weird room, and it didn't look that interesting. Oops. Some of my wheat's growing, but I am gonna put some torches around it, see if I can speed it up a bit. Okay. So, we're pretty much done with trees for right now. I'm done with charcoal as well. I'm not gonna carry all this on me. I'll put some away in the storage. We need to empty out... Ah, that might be the bit that I saw, was the lab bit, and that didn't look that interesting. You load the dungeons with A2 discs. Interesting. Huh. Wait a second. If this is 114, I might have something, possibly, to think about making. Can you make a bit of a long shot? Oh, okay. No, you can't, I guess. I thought composters were this version, but I guess not. Either that or I don't know the recipe for it. Dang it. I thought for sure that was the recipe to make a composter. But I guess not. I was going to get rid of the excess seeds that way. And get some free bone meal out of it, but... I see a loom there. Showing all. I don't see it appearing in the list. What would I use? What would I make a loom for? I don't think you can use that for anything. I have a crafting table down here. Oh yeah, barrels. I don't actually see it in the list. Composter. So either it has a custom recipe or it's been disabled. Campfire. Ah. I wouldn't be able to make one of those anyway. Barrels could be interesting though, for storage. Anyway, I'm gonna head back to the previous area now, and we'll see if we can pick up all the remaining items and things that we need to get. I really ought to. I say that. I say I need to put like a staircase and stuff in here, but I don't think eventually I'll be even going back to this area. Another cow. There's another cow here. It must have just spawned in. Oh, that's huge. That is absolutely gigantic for us. That means now I'm going to attempt to, well, I'm not very well apparently, attempt to seal this guy in. Should be safe there. I don't think he can get out. Alright, yeah, that might be handy for the meat then. I'm patient enough. So, now we've got that cow. That other one I know is trapped. We've just got to move them and then I can have free... well, not quite free, but, you know, I can have steak and leather. And we've got plenty of wheat. We've got that growing down in the little farm area there, so... that would be very, very handy. Leather for armor. Steak is really good food source. Well worthwhile. I think I've even picked up a looting sword somewhere. I could use this to cook them, but probably not the best idea. I don't think I'm going to take this acacia wood now. I don't think it's necessary. I'm going to take the ladders, though. We've got wood that we can farm. There's no point in me bringing this. Really? Do I have an axe? I do. That's a looting one. Looting and unbreaking. Thief's dagger. I'll take chests. Chests might come in handy and also means I don't have to double check it again later. Hello. Nope. We'll take your XP orbs though. Leaves. Yeah, these are the skeleton spawners if I want to do something with them at some point. Gonna just snag the ladders though. I wonder if anything will happen when I open this. Silk Touch. Is there any benefit to me having a Silk Touch block of wall? That's probably a slab, isn't it? Yeah. What about underneath this? What's down here? I feel like there's something to it. Maybe there isn't, but... Oh, I guess it's just one of those pillars. I thought there might be something special to it, but I don't think so. There were slabs. Slabs again. Okay. So let's go ahead and just take another step back. Collect up missing stuff here. I think we've almost got everything now that I would want from this place. There's a chest in here. Yeah, I guess I'll take that. Hello. Wow, you shot me through the gap in the stair? Damn. Okay. This. Is this, which game is this? Final Fantasy? Ah, nice. Yeah, I've been thinking about a number of different things to do recently. I thought about starting the Messenger. I thought about checking out that Nocturnal that was free. Was it last week or the week before that I picked up? I thought about those. I need to get the PS2 and the Xbox plugged back in as well. I'm sure there are things we could do over there. I want to try and finish setting up the PS3 and the Xbox 360 as well when I get a moment. I'm just so busy most of the time at the moment for one reason or another that I'm really struggling to get all the things I need to do actually done. So that might be a trap back there, but I don't think it is. It's just some weird looking stair behind leaves. There's a lot I know I need to sort out. Oh, I don't quite have enough room. Are you kidding me? Is there anything I could leave behind that I don't really need? That, I guess. Kind of need to take this guy out. Because I do need the arrows. There was nothing in here, was there? I highly doubt there'd be anything under this, but yeah, I just thought it'd be worth checking. Don't really need those either, so I'm going to take this now. You just keep chilling up there, Spider. No business of mine. Yeah, I've got so much going on during the day now between work and, you know, Fret Dad's not been very well with that vertigo he ended up getting, so taking up more time. I've started doing the shopping online, and that takes time, and then there's days where I have to take the delivery of it. Making more food now. Yeah. There's just a lot more stuff going on than there was before, really. So I'm going to come back and collect blocks later. So I think my next thing to do is going to be to get that cow, hopefully somewhere near my base, safe and fenced in, and then I can get the other one, get the two of them together, and then make her their babies, and then I can have steak dinners, I guess, moving forward. I've also... It's not just that, though. I've been kind of... Do I have, like, a chest for, like, lore items? I guess I'm gonna put them in here, I think. It's not like I even have enough stone to make anything useful, so... That's a wooden item. More wood items. Extra bones. That is kind of a mob drop. We don't have like a redstone and rails chest, so I'm going to throw that in there for now. Glowstone is a bit of an odd one. Get rid of that. More weapons. Ladders are a wooden thing. I guess I'll put the wool in here with the lore. We just need the one. Coal and charcoal. Place this on the monument. So I'm assuming do I place it there? I guess. I'm not sure. There's not like an obvious place for it to go, or am I supposed to... Ah, okay, there we go. That's what I'm supposed to do. Supposed to break the glass for it. Got it. Right, that's that done. Let me make some fences now, and we will get... How do you even make fences? Is this a gate? No, that's fences. I'm gonna need more than that. I'm gonna need one gate. I think gate is like the recipe inverse, if I remember. That's fences again. There we go. There's a gate. Do I have enough string? I think I do, yeah. To make a carpet, yeah. So I can climb over it. So I'm going to need a spot for these cows. Kind of a relatively flat spot would be nice. There's not really any flat spots around here, to be honest. So I think we're gonna have to make one. I don't think they can get out of that now. Not that it matters, there's not going to be hostile mobs here, but just going to put some torches on it anyway. Okay, so let's grab some wheat. Done with that now. Whatever, I guess. Miscellaneous blocks. Wheat. There it is. So, I'm going to go for 1 cow at a time. I don't have leads, so... And the Wandering Trader is not around right now, so... I wonder if I'll ever see him again. Probably not, because it's nighttime, right? I wonder if that one at spawn will ever despawn because of that. Like, I'm pretty sure they don't despawn at night, right? Maybe they do. I have no clue, honestly. Don't know enough about them. It's right over here, I think. Come on, buddy. Let's get you home safe. How am I, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go up and around the intersection, aren't I? Around that way, I think. But yeah, like I was saying, it's not just the fact that I've been busy. I've been feeling kind of burnt out, I guess, lately. I don't know. Well, there's one. Now we need to get the other one. Not burnt out of Minecraft. I've been enjoying that. It's a lot of work, but I enjoy it. I don't know if burnt out's really the right term either, truthfully. It is true that I have been quite frustrated with the lack of progress I've been able to make this year. 2026 was supposed to be a year in which I was hopefully really going to be able to crack on and get a lot of things done around the setup I'm talking about, and basically none of them have materialized for one reason or another. I spent all that money and I got all that effort to get the N64 done, for example. I got it RGB modded, can't use it, and I don't have the money to buy a cable for it, so we can use it right now. That's really frustrated me. I wanted to get the Wii U up and running. I need a port for that, and I haven't got it, you know. I wanted to get stuff done for the regular Wii, not been able to do it, and it's kind of got me down a little bit, to be honest. I kind of had all these plans of things I wanted to do, different games and that, and I haven't really been able to get any of it done. And we're already in May, we're almost halfway through the year, and I haven't really managed to get a lot of what I wanted done here. Enjoy. Good. So I can put that back now. And yeah, I'll just have to wait for these guys to be ready again. We're gonna have to build up our stock. We're not just gonna be able to deal with them straight away. At them. Well, what am I supposed to do about that? It's permanently nighttime. What am I supposed to do about that? I don't know if sleeping maybe resets it. Is there any reason for me to take that membrane? Is there any reason for that? I guess if I got an Elytra eventually, maybe, but I probably have a mending book for that. I mean, I'll pick it up. I don't know if there's any use for it, though. That might be useful. Anyway, that's that done. Next thing I need to do is I need to get building blocks. I need lots of building blocks now for the upcoming areas, so I'm going to go mine that stuff. Gotcha. I have to remember that. I want to make a few of these picks so that I can. I'm gonna get a bunch of that andesite, so we've got building blocks available to us before we start dipping into the next area. The dirt I don't need anymore, so we can get rid of that. Workbench is nice to have. I'm probably going to set up a little way station at the intersection as well, you know, with some kind of forward supplies, just so I'm not having to go back here all the time. Though, that said, there's a teleport that takes you right back here anyway, so maybe it's not even worth it to mess around with that. Building a little way station out there if there's a teleport right in the intersection. Looks like I might need to harvest the wheat again soon as well. We're going to want to stockpile that for breeding the cows. That's going to be our next big upgrade, I guess, now is going to be food. Food and the leather for the armor. We'll at least be able to wear leather. It's not much protection, but it's something, you know. It's better than nothing at all. So... I could farm for chainmail, but let's not dig around that, because that's where that mob spawner's at. So let's not dig around there. Let's like dig on this wall or something. Yeah, so we'll get this stuff. I kind of recalled I was in a similar spot a couple years ago with regards to what to do, and I remember we did that Corona Trials map, didn't we? I remember doing that, and it kind of filled that niche for me a little bit while I was trying to get stuff sorted out. So I'm kind of hoping that this might do the same thing for a bit while I'm trying to sort some things out. My current focus is to get the GameCube sorted out, because I have all the parts for that. I just need to get it modded. And actually getting it modded is not very difficult. I've just got to get that mod that I've ordered actually shipped to me. I've heard nothing about it. The actual modding part of it is not very difficult. I've just got to send it off to James at Buy It's Free, and then that'll be done, and it'll come back to me, and I'll be pretty much good to go with the GameCube. That seems like an achievable target, and it's quite important actually too for a number of projects, for Metroid and Spyro and things. So, alongside that, I want to try and make some time, maybe even as soon as this week, to start the belated 10-year anniversary stuff. I have some plans for those things, and it would be nice to get that stuff going. Even though we're closer to the 11th anniversary now. When you stream every day like I do, over time it kind of comes in waves, I've found, where sometimes I'll be really, really motivated and I'll have a lot of things I want to do. And then other times it's a bit more difficult. Then we're kind of in one of those more difficult periods. It's not helped, like I say, that the things I've wanted to do, the things I've been really interested in doing, for one reason or another I can't. I'm missing parts for the retro stuff, and I'm missing a GPU to do the modern stuff. That's not helped. That's kind of a new thing that I've not really had to deal with for many, many years. And I've said this before, I do kind of miss the simplicity of old Stream a Day. And you know, I sort of realized this a little bit recently. I kind of miss having those things where you could just sort of turn up and do whatever. In the very early days, some days I'd just turn up and I'd play Rocket League or Overwatch and stuff like that, you know, and I didn't really have to think beyond that too much. Those kind of easy play type things. And we don't do that anymore, and I haven't in a long time. Yeah, I did see there was a new Deep Rock Galactic Survivor update. I should probably check that out. I always said I wanted to look into some of those racing games as well that we've got, like retro racing games that you can just do like races on. I've got a number of those on Xbox and PS2 now that might be worth looking at. I said I was going to look at stuff like that. But yeah, maybe get some balloons and that going again. There's been a few updates since I last played that. You know, I do kind of miss that, and I do miss having hidden secrets that you could just jump on and I could derp around and do whatever a little bit. I think I do miss that from time to time. Not all the time, but sometimes. So there are definitely days where I'm just like, I just want something easy today, and I don't really want to have to think. Like, I want to play Rocket League in a way. I kind of do. I enjoyed that stream we did of it a couple of weeks ago, whenever it was. But like, I'd have to learn it. That's the thing. I'd have to like really commit to learning it. I can't just turn up and derp around. I would actually have to commit to learning it. Not necessarily to play ranked or anything like that, but just, you know, so not every game I'm getting stomped 5-1 kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I do kind of. I used to have like games like that as well, like Quake and that I don't really have anymore. I mean, Quake Live still exists. It's still there. People still play it, but I'm like a scrub now, so I'm just gonna get stomped if I attempt to play that. It's not gonna go well. It would be like free for all deathmatchy type stuff. Yeah. I do kind of miss that a little bit, those simple early days. I think some of it is also nostalgia. I don't think if I went back to it and I did that kind of thing now, it would feel the same way. Over the years, on more than one occasion, I have thought about applying to join a Minecraft SMP. I've thought about it several times from the sort of streamer angle, and you know, kind of showcase some of the builds and stuff that I've done, because I think I could offer something, but you have to kind of really commit to it. It would take away building with fret time, which already takes up a lot of time. I'm already incredibly busy as it is, and also that stuff always seems to end up either fizzling out or there tends to be drama in that, and I just don't want it. I'm at an age now where I just don't need it anymore. There are aspects of it that I like. You know, that there is stuff going on and there's people to talk to a bit and stuff like that, but I'm not sure it's the way to go for me. I kind of have that with the stream now, and you know, I enjoy when you send me a message, Fit, and you know, we talk a little bit about Final Fantasy that you've been up to, or old school RuneScape. That was something else that crossed my mind, actually. I thought about maybe taking a look at old school RuneScape, because it does look a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. And there's something kind of satisfying to me on days where I just don't feel like doing anything, like logging into old school RuneScape and cutting trees down for a couple of hours and chatting and getting some XP for doing it. Almost treating it like an idle game a little bit. There is something kind of satisfying about that. And then obviously you've got the quests and the more active gameplay side to it. I wouldn't want to do an Iron Man or anything like that, but I have considered it from time to time, but I'm a little bit afraid of the commitment. A little bit afraid of the commitment with that. So, I don't know. But like I say, I think some of it is... I've got this nostalgia for 10 years ago. And wanting things to be like that again, and it's just not going to ever be like that again. those moments happened. I mean, I remember last year I tried fueling that nostalgia a little bit with playing the old mod pack, and it just never felt the same, really. I don't think I could really replicate the feeling, to be honest. Yeah. I've thought about that stuff, and I mean, if I did old school RuneScape, I mean, I've got you right here that's like a walk-in encyclopedia, so any questions I had, I wouldn't even need to go on the wiki, you'd know the answers to kind of basic questions I'd be asking. Like I say, I'm trying to decide if I want to say something or not. It's been kind of on my mind a little bit. Yes. I think I'm gonna say it while we're chatting here for the last sort of 10 minutes. There has been a part of me over the last few weeks. I don't know really when it started, I guess, or when I first had a thought about it. It has been on my mind a bit recently. Do I still want to do this? Or is everything changing so much now that it's no longer the same? Am I wanting to do something else with my life now? Or is this just... Because I have to ask myself the question, let's say we wound everything down, then what? It's the obvious question. I've had this conversation with Guile a few times over the years when he's asked me about stream-related stuff on occasion. Guile comes at it with an interesting perspective too, because he has absolutely no interest in streaming whatsoever. So, you know, he's not interested in it. He enjoys watching streams, but like would never really consider streaming. And I've said on occasion over the years, you know, what would it be like if I decided to have a change and do something different with my time? I always wonder about that, and I always think that like it's the thing that your mind goes to, but it's not really the answer. It's what I would call an easy off the shelf solution. Oh, I'm really busy all the time and I don't know what to do with stream anymore, so let's just nuke it, right? Then I have to think about it. And I've said this to Fretdad a few times because we've talked about it as well. Probably in the first few weeks, it would be somewhat freeing, you know, it would be somewhat freeing, and there would be a lot of like stuff to do to kind of wind down the end of the stream stuff, you know, dealing with VODs and all that, and kind of cleaning stuff up, sorting stuff out. But then a couple of weeks to a month later, there'd be just then this void that would need filling. And I don't know what I would do with my time, really. I suppose I would probably go back to making videos, but that's just the same thing. I'd just go back to doing that instead. So I'm not really giving it up, you know. That's not to say I don't want to make some changes. I think I do want to make some changes to what I'm doing, and we've talked about some of it. Yeah, it'd just be a version of that, really. Um, I think right now I'm in just this bit of a weird funk, and it's not like I'm depressed. You know, normally, like in years past, I've kind of got a bit down and stuff like that. It doesn't feel like that. I don't feel depressed. I think I'm just a bit frustrated. I think it's probably the closest feeling. You know, I know for a fact that if I had a better GPU and I was saying to you, right, we're gonna do Indiana Jones, and then we're gonna do something on the N64, maybe Mario 64, and then we're gonna do Clair Obscur, and then we're gonna do some Metroid, and then it's gonna be Spooky Day this year. I'd be happy as Larry, man. I would be so into that and so excited and looking forward to the stuff we've got to do. And then in between all that, I've got Building with Fret stuff going on too, right? I had all that going for me. I'd probably be in a good place. I think it's a consequence of this situation we're at right now more than anything. I think that's really where we're at right now. Now, obviously, things are not going to work out that way. I can't just get my hands on a new GPU like that. I can't just get these retro consoles fixed just like that, unfortunately. So I have to think outside the box a little bit more. Um, in the meantime, um, like I say, I'm kind of sitting and restless, possibly a little bit restless, yeah, possibly. Um, like I say, I've got to think outside the box a little bit for right now while I'm trying to think about these different projects and things. I have been thinking a lot about the conversation we had a couple of weeks ago with Morgan about SPAD this year. I was kind of looking around at what I do have. I'm really disappointed that a huge chunk of the games I wanted to do, I'm just not going to be able to do. I just, can't run them. It is what it is. But what I do have, and what I will have, hopefully, by October, is a PlayStation 2, an Xbox, and a GameCube that'll all be fully up and going, right? I will have that. So, what I might do is for Spooky Day 11 do mostly retro stuff. Possibly. Do a retro themed Spooky Day where most of the games are old. And then maybe next year we might do some newer stuff. Possibly. So, what do I mean by that? What games would I be looking at? Well, Silent Hill 2 on the PlayStation 2. We could play the original. There's some Resident Evil games that we could play. I've wanted to do the original Resident Evil 4 on the Wii. So if I can get that set up, which really all I need for that, I think, to do that particular project would be the sensor bar stand, which is not that expensive. I'm safe here. I don't need to press escape. Luigi's Mansion might be a fun replay on the GameCube. Possibly. We have Luigi's Mansion 2 on the 3DS, if I could get that up and going. And we've got Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch as well. We might look into Eternal Darkness, possibly. That's on the GameCube. If I've got the Xbox 360 up and going by then, we could possibly do Alan Wake on the Xbox 360. So, anyway, you know, the point I was making here is maybe the answer is not to mourn what we don't have, but to make use of what we do have. Possibly. Maybe we could, I don't know how much it is now, but maybe we could look into Death Stranding for the PS4. You know. I know it'd be a bit of an odd choice and a bit of an odd year to mostly focus on retro games. That's not to say absolutely everything would be retro, but mostly it would be, with probably a couple of small indie titles and the itch.io stuff interspersed in between, because I can probably run that. I might snag that that game we played the demo of last year. What was it called? I don't remember what it was called, but it was like that. Was it a roguelikey type game? That was kind of interesting. I really would have no life if I joined that, because I know for a fact that not only would I be busy collecting all the items and doing all the bosses and all that stuff, I'd be building super giant structures, and yeah, I really would have no life then. That's for sure. I'd like to say I could get the Windows not Windows XP PC, the Windows 98 PC going, but I need God, I need different stuff for that. Cabling and whatnot. I really need to overhaul the audio, which I'm not going to be able to do this year. Not for the actual retro PC, it doesn't matter for that, but just for how I've got things laid out. I might look into it again, though, and see if I can't do something with it. Because I've got the retro PC actually on wheels now. So, potentially, I might be able to look into doing something with that. Oh, yeah? 6th of October. Nice. I do know, one way or another, I need to sort something out for the PS5 for Grand Theft Auto 6. I do need to sort that out. And you know, if anything, having a long SPAD this year is probably not ideal, because if GTA 6 is coming out the first week of November, I think I do want to play that at launch. I'm probably only going to have the base PS5 though, so I'm probably not going to get the best experience out of it, but it'll probably be okay. I would have preferred to have a PS5 Pro, but it's the same price to buy one of those as it is to buy a graphics card right now, so it'll probably just run at 30 FPS and I'll just have to deal with it, I guess. It's not the worst thing ever. I would like to play GTA 6. As for, I know we're looking a little bit further away right now. For SPAD 12, I'm not quite sure how it's going to go, but I would expect it's going to be delayed again, like it was when we did SPAD 9. It's going to be delayed by some amount. I couldn't tell you how long or when, because I've not even contemplated that yet, but it's likely I won't even be here at the beginning of October, possibly. So, it might be one of those that starts mid to late October and goes through into November, December again. We'll see. Yes, breed. Make more babies for me. I want to try and get a decent number of cows before I actually start taking them out for their meat. Yeah. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking maybe we do for this year, is I'll try and spend the summer working towards setting up as many of the retro consoles as is possible. That we do have, and then maybe do stuff off of the back of that, perhaps. Possibly. You have to wait and see. Have to wait and see. I have also thought about like looking at Planet Coaster and that again, but oh man, taking that on again, that would be a big commitment right there. But maybe. I bought Planet Coaster 2 and I never even launched it. Lack themed park. Where did all my wheat go? I must put it away. Yeah, but what we'll have to do over time is breed these cows up a good number of times, and then hopefully when we've done that, we'll be able to... I did put it away. Look at that. we'll hopefully be able to have a supply of meat to take on future dungeons here. I'm gonna take my time with this. Something else I'm thinking about doing, I really think I'd like to maybe look into some more, is that Spookaday Spectacular idea that I've had for many, many years now, which is basically to cherry pick the best of the 10 years of SPADs that we've had and replay some of those games, because in some of them it's been more than a decade, and the vast majority of them, even though my graphics card isn't the best, should still run pretty well because they came out 9-10 years ago, or longer in some cases. So or we could do some stuff on consoles too, like Until Dawn on the PS4, for example. So maybe we could do something with that. Nobody's ready to breed yet. Maybe play Outlast 1 again. Amnesia. Dark Descent. Soma, perhaps. Until Dawn. Silvio. Might be a few others on there. Last of Us. I will not be doing that. I will not be doing that. That's about everything I don't like. Limited saves. I hate that mechanic in games. Oh man, as a streamer, it really is not good to have that. Oh man. What else jumps out at me that I'd want to replay? Maybe the original Oxenfree might be fun. Stasis, gotta play Stasis again. John and his drill. Yeah, gotta do Stasis again. That's a pretty good game. Possibly a Plague Tale. Might be worth looking at again. That was a good one. I remember some of these. I'm just looking through the list of things right now. I remember some of these. Not all of them are very good. It's a bit more difficult as I get to some of the newer ones, because, like, newer SPADs, because the stuff isn't that old anymore. Crow Country. I'd probably like to replay that again. I quite like Crow Country. I thought that was fun. Huh. Indie adventure, text-based, free-to-play. Text-based auditory nightmare. Some of the reviews for that are insane. Uh, yes. I'll probably replay Doki Doki again. Something I really should. Not that I probably should do that, but I've even thought about checking out 7 Days to Die now that there's been so many updates to it. I don't imagine it'll run particularly well. I had to think for a minute which girl it was that does the cupcakes. It's Natsuki, isn't it? My favorite. I liked her. She was my favorite of the four. It's Natsuki, Yuri, Sayori, and Monica, I think. Yuri is the tall, purple-haired girl who's quite quiet, I think. I can't believe I've forgotten this now. Monica's the one that is really gorgeous, but at the same time is like manipulating everything behind the scenes, and then Sayori is your best friend at school or whatever. Yes, yes. Natsuki was my favorite. What did he get removed off the Play Store for? I do know it's a controversial title. I know that. Possibly, yeah. But yeah, there's a few things in there worth replaying, and might be interesting to do again. It's like I want to replay Uncharted again, and Heavy Rain and that. Like I was saying, though, to kind of conclude that conversation before I wrap up for today, I think part of what I miss is the nostalgia and the simplicity. Not necessarily the era, because I remember just about 2015 and 2016. I lived it, right? I was there every day, and I can tell you for a fact, not every day was great. You were there just the same. You know every day was not great. So I think it's finally reached a point for me now where I've gone through the whole cycle of emotions with that early part of Stream a Day. I've been through so many emotions through it. I was kind of sad and depressed at the time. I went through a period where I was embarrassed about it, a period where I was annoyed about it, a period where I was ashamed about it. Now I'm to a point where it's like I almost miss it. It's like been that long now. Even though it was not all that great at the time. I've just seen in the list here, I probably will do a new playthrough of Stardew Valley when the 1.7 update comes out. I could not believe this when I read about it. I read about it yesterday. I was going to tell you about it, Fit. For the 1.7 update, Clint is being added as a dateable person. I can't believe it, man. They're actually going to... Clint is going to be someone that you can date. Oh my gosh. I miss the Clint memes from Stardew Valley. I think Sandy is going to be someone else as well that you can date. Apparently the update is going to focus on dialogue and people and characters. And from what Concerned Ape was saying, it was going to be the last major update before he fully focuses on the Haunted Chocolatier game for a while and gets that out. So, yeah, I probably will do another playthrough of Stardew Valley. I'm not sure if I played 1.6 vanilla. I don't think I did. I think the last vanilla I played was 1.3. So, I know we played modded more recently than that, but yeah, might be interesting to check that out. It's been a few years since I did Stardew Valley, to be fair. If there's going to be new dialogue and like new events and new character type stuff, that's probably worth checking out. Oh yeah, Digimon World. Maybe we'll do a challenge run of Digimon World or something. Oh, I bet it did, yeah. I bet it did. Stardew Valley expanded. Didn't I get that? I feel like I got that. I got a Digimon game a while ago. I completely forgot about that. Like, which one was it I got? My email will probably tell me. Because I ended up... not Digimon World. That was it. Yeah, I bought Cyber Sleuth. So, I think I told this story at the time, but as a refresher, I got this email from this website, and it was something about I was going to get charged a fee or something, and I thought it was a bit of a scam email. I was like, it was from G2A, and I didn't even remember making an account with them. But I got this email from them. I didn't click on any links in the email. I went onto the G2A website, and I couldn't remember a password for it. So I put my email address in. I actually checked my email to see if there was any emails from G2A, and it turned out I had emails from them, and I bought stuff from them in 2016, like years and years ago. I wasn't even aware I still had an account. Anyway, I reset the password for the account. I got back in again, and it turned out I had money left over in the account that I had just forgotten about for basically a decade. This was only a couple of months ago. There wasn't a lot in there, and I was like, well, if I leave this account active, they're going to start deducting money from it until it's empty as like a service fee. I was like, well, I'd rather get something from it than just let them have the money for nothing. So I thought I'll get rid of that money out of that account. There wasn't enough for me to withdraw it, and I had to go through some process as well where I had to like provide information or something. I didn't really feel comfortable doing that with the website, so I was like, all right, what have they got for sale? All right, maybe there's something I can get that's quite cheap that I can just maybe add a little bit to and pick up. And I did see that Cyber Sleuth was one of the games that was on sale, and I think I had to put like £1 to it or something like that, and I could use up that money in that account. So that's what I did, and I did that back in April, it says here. So I actually have that, and I've just completely forgotten about it. That might be something worth looking into. I have heard that's quite fun. Yeah. Interesting. Well, I'm going to wrap up for now. Thank you very much for watching today. Hopefully you enjoyed that little bit of a CTM map. I will be back tomorrow with more Stream a Day, as always. I look forward to catching up with you then, okay? Take care. Bye now.